Hello there, everybody. It's Riley here. I am just making this video about the Cinder.io white paper, which was released, I believe, yesterday. So I personally have not gone through it in much detail yet. I kind of skimmed through it earlier, so I have a general idea of what's in it, but I didn't really read any of the details about it. So I'm going to show everybody that right now. And first of all, you can get to it if you go to the official Cinder website, cinder.io, and if you click white paper at the top here. And here it is. So, just going to zoom in a bit. Here's the table of contents. It's just like the overview of everything that's going to be in this. So first of all, the company overview. The Cinder team is comprised of a group of game industry professionals with decades of experience building and scaling communities in massive online worlds. Since 2009, our focus has centered around building MMOs driven by strong social communities and player-generated content. Our active game portfolio has a reach of over 140 million registered players, and our suite of proprietary tools allows for rapid prototyping and an agile development pipeline. So for those of you who don't know, Cinder is owned and created by the company called WildWorks. They're also commonly known for creating the popular children's game Animal Jam. It's been around for a while. Tons of people know about it. If you know about Cinder, chances are you know about Animal Jam. WildWorks is breaking into the world of crypto and creating this NFT game. Cinder history. In April of 2020, our team began beta testing a new social game world with a strong focus on character creation, customization, and user-generated content. This beta, along with strong growth within the Solana ecosystem, led us to explore the use of smart contracts as a means of revolutionizing ownership of player creations along with in-game assets. Our research resulted in a desire to pivot away from development of a traditional MMO and to explore new game experiences centered around these emerging technologies. And that brings us to where we are today, creating Cinder. The Cinder team. The Cinder development team consists of 20-plus industry professionals, many with over a decade of experience working together as a team. We have experience publishing titles on a vast array of platforms and have been fortunate enough to establish ourselves as industry leaders in the children's online MMO space. So here are just some of the people working on Cinder. Our mission. Cinder aims to disrupt the play-to-earn space by offering players more power and control over the way they play, create, and earn within the metaverse. Play, create, and earn. There have been quite a few blockchain projects, NFT mints, and hyped-up social channels surrounding play-to-earn games over the past year. While we find this encouraging, we noticed an unsettling trend. Many projects are lining their pockets with empty promises and vaporware. We decided to take a different approach. Not only is Cinder an active and functioning metaverse you can log into today, we currently have over 3 years of development already behind us. These are just a few things that are in the game. Given the current state of the Cinder project, our team is now fully focused on the features that set Cinder apart. Play. Your NFT is the key to accessing the world of Cinder. Participate in Cinder development by joining our Discord. Connect with other like-minded gamers and NFT enthusiasts. Join us inside the game for events and giveaways. Create. Generate your very own NFT through use of our NFT generator. Each avatar that Cinder mints includes a creator token, offering players the ability to create an NFT they can use to access Cinder. Player-generated NFTs can also be sold to others for profit. The generator is slated to be released in April 2022. Earn. Collect, battle, and tokenize content to increase your earnings. Early adopters will have the opportunity to get a head start on the play-to-earn mechanics of Cinder. Daily login activities will increase your earning potential in advance of our play-to-earn launch in the fall of 2022. Our vision. The Cinder team sees immense potential in the freedom that blockchain technology provides within the digital gaming space. By offering players ownership of their character, items, and creations in-game, a whole new market begins to emerge. Cinder aims to facilitate new ways in which games can empower their players, offering more value for the content they purchase, a return on the time players spend invested in gameplay, and even the potential to take this content outside of our game and into another. Future of blockchain technology. It's no secret that cryptocurrency has made great strides over this past year, with a variety of new Layer 1 and Layer 2 protocols coming online. Proof of stake has proven to be both cost and energy efficient, allowing blockchains like Solana to find solid footing within the market. We only see this trend continuing in the years to come as these new technologies begin to mature. Why Solana? Throughout 2021 and 2022, the Solana network has seen tremendous growth. From its vast assortment of partnerships to SolanaArt.io and Fractal.is, to a host of blockchain apps and games making their debut. After extensive research, WildWorks determined that releasing on the Solana blockchain would provide lower gas fees, higher transactions per second, ease of development with Rust software, exceptional growth within their ecosystem, improved bandwidth via the Turbine protocol, minimal impact on the environment due to proof of stake. A unique experience for gamers in the play-to-earn space. There are a lot of games out there that offer play-to-earn mechanics, but very few of them offer players the ability to create and tokenize new and original content. In Cinder, players will be empowered with a toolkit for exactly that. Customize and tokenize your own creations, sell them on the Cinder marketplace, purchase land and housing as a method for storing in-game assets and displaying NFT collections, stake your creations to others to amplify your earning potential. Cinder is a 3D world set in a high-tech meets high-fantasy metaverse. The Conceit. Viruses are bad for, well, everything. They don't much care what they infect, and they can destroy just about anything. By the time Cinder's citizens identified the culprit of their dying crops, it was too late. Moving supplies between cities had become increasingly difficult, with critical supplies like food being infected in transit. This wasn't just any type of virus either. The infection began in various forms of software, infecting programs and disrupting logistics. While this was an inconvenience, nobody really thought much of it. This is until the first infected plant was discovered. That's right, the virus hadn't just mutated, it had migrated into the physical world of Cinder. It caused plants, animals, and even inanimate objects to transform into rabid threats, attacking anything they encountered. It didn't take long for the inhabitants of Cinder to come to the conclusion that something had to be done. That's when Nico Daitoshi, an enterprising inventor who was eager to prove the value of his adaptive self-replicating nanomachines, revealed his latest laboratory triumph. An army of nanobots assembling into small-scale assault machines that could engage, hack, and defeat the rabid enemy. They also recognized the need for these machines to learn, adapt, and self-optimize for the task of thinning out the infestation. These microscopic robots could replicate themselves from available materials and organize into complex, virus-stomping mini-mechs they called Daisho. It is estimated that around 6 generations of Daisho were released into the wild, but no one can remember for sure. Each generation was designed to harvest a different energy source to power itself: solar, magnetic, biomass, wind, hydroelectric, and geothermal. As Daisho spread across the land, they evolved into distinctly recognizable subspecies. Many, for some reason, began to perceive other species of Daisho as a greater threat, with a few even becoming what you might call friendly, or at least less likely to attack travelers on sight. In hindsight, not remembering to build any sort of fail-safe that would modulate the behavior of the Daisho was a gross oversight by Nico Daitoshi. He did, however, leave us with the ability to force Daisho to disassemble into ash and reassemble by way of the Daisho hacking protocol. In its disassembled state, the Daisho appear as a thick, sparkling dust. Cinder residents who've seen it made comparisons to the ash and embers of a campfire. In spite of recent efforts, Daisho have overtaken the vast majority of Cinder's habitable landscapes. How long until they're replicating so fast that they consume all available resources and our world is nothing but a heap of battling mini-mechs? The call to action. The citizens of Cinder don't agree on much, but they all agree that the rapidly spreading Daisho have manifested into a threat even greater than the virus. With the virus defeated, the citizens of Cinder devised a few ways in which they could use these Daisho to their advantage. The first is just to catch Daisho in the wild and send them to RID, the Reduction of Irritants Department, for permanent disassembly. They'll return to you a portion of the resulting ash as a bounty, and that stuff's worth its weight in gold. Most merchants accept ash as legal tender. The second requires a little more skill and luck, but the rewards are correspondingly greater. If you find a particularly powerful Daisho in the wild, you might want to hang on to it. With a little patience, they can be trained, modified, and reprogrammed to compete in a variety of events, the most popular of which are PvP Daisho battles, a favorite sport among Cinder citizens. As the popularity of Daisho combat arenas grew, so did the payouts. Ash represents the primary gameplay token of Cinder and can be exchanged for other cryptocurrencies. Training Daisho can help build stats like strength, accuracy, and grit, and you'll see the results in the battle arena. A battle-proven Daisho is a valuable commodity, and you can reward the real champions in your stable by tokenizing them. Tokenized Daisho can be customized with decals, accessories, new weapons, and performance upgrades. Your tokenized Daisho are immortalized on the blockchain, along with all of their stats and customizations. When you're not playing Cinder, you can earn currency by renting out your Daisho to players who need a proven winner of that energy type. And because they are NFTs, you truly own your tokenized Daisho. Cinder grants the owner an unlimited worldwide commercial license to display and sell your NFT, as well as any derivative works. Want to print and sell shirts featuring your epic Daisho? Go for it. You can also cash in on your investment at will by selling your Daisho on any compatible exchange. For those who can't bear to fully let their Daisho go, loaning it out to others is the way to go. The Cinder team is hard at work designing a portal used for leasing out Daisho to others for a percentage of their rewards without relinquishing ownership. How do we get there? Throughout 2022, Cinder will be implementing our full play-to-earn model, followed by our create-to-earn feature set. This includes new avatar NFT mints, the launch of our tokens, and a roadmap for our governance token. Below are our developmental priorities for 2022. In Quarter 1, creator tokens, Genesis NFT owners are airdrop tokens, providing access to Cinder's NFT generator. Emergent gameplay and activities. We get it, waiting sucks. It is our hope that these activities will keep players engaged between feature releases. The NFT generator in Quarter 2. The tool creator token holders use to create new NFTs. Power Core Crafting. Visit the Curator, an eclectic collection bot. Trade in your power shards and data shards for Daisho power cores. These cores power Daisho and provide enhanced earning potential for early adopters. Daisho Teaser, a preview of Daisho and Daisho capture mechanics. Second avatar mint. Avatar to be announced in May. In Quarter 3, the second creator token drop, participants in the second avatar mint will receive this token used to generate an additional creature NFT. Daisho launch. Explore Cinder with your character and hack the Daisho protocol to bring them under your control. Reduction of Irritants Department, RID. Visit RID to deconstruct unwanted Daisho into ash. Quarter 4. The Daisho Lab, a high-tech lab where Daisho can be reprogrammed, reconstructioned, or enhanced for battle. The Cinder Marketplace, a place where Daisho can be bought and sold, along with other in-game assets. This will be Cinder's proprietary market. The Tokenizer, a facility where Daisho can be immortalized on the blockchain to be bought, sold, and even loaned out to other players. Daisho Combat, the core play-to-earn component of Cinder, providing players with the strongest mechanism for earning ash. Renting and staking Daisho. Once tokenized, these provide additional earning potential for players by staking or loaning out their Daisho to others. Economy and Tokenomics. The Cinder game economy is built upon two in-game currencies, both of which will release this fall, followed by Cinder Marketplace. These two currencies will act as the backbone of Cinder's play-to-earn mechanics. Tokenomics. Cinder currencies are Ember and Ash. Ember will function as our primary governance token, giving owners the ability to participate in the trajectory of new features, assets, and modes of play for Cinder. Ember is a small piece of burning or glowing coal or wood in a dying fire. Ash will function as our secondary in-game currency, earned through exploration, Daisho deconstruction, and combat. Ash is required for regenerating your Daisho, purchasing upgrades, and competing in Cinder events. Ash is the remains of something destroyed. Both cryptocurrencies will have the ability to be swapped and exchanged on secondary markets. Project financing. Pre-production of Cinder has been funded by our own coffers, but that won't sustain this project forever. With that in mind, we are taking the proceeds from our NFT mints and royalties from subsequent NFT transactions, then using that revenue to produce additional creatures, features, lands, and games for the Cinder universe. The Cinder NFT royalty rate on transactions is 7%. NFT mints. Our initial mint for the Genesis Fae NFT was a success. The mint took place on Fractal.is on February 16, 2022, and sold out within 24 hours. It was comprised of 4,444 avatars that act as a gateway to Cinder. Each Genesis Fae is unique and contains attributes from the following categories. Fae NFT attributes are the background, body color, eyes, facial feature, glasses, head item, mood, tattoo, theme, wings, and secret stat. While the majority of a Genesis Fae NFT attributes are purely cosmetic, there are two that have utility inside the game: wings and secret stats. Fae with wings can utilize updrafts located throughout Cinder to reach areas that wingless creatures cannot. There are 3 secret stats applied to Genesis avatars. Each promises enhanced play-to-earn earning potential. Each Cinder avatar species also has an affinity for a specific class of Daisho, making them easier to track, hack, and train for battle. Here's a bit more detail on each of these secret stats. Secret stat 1, there's about 10% of Genesis Fae that possess this stat. The effect, it applies a plus 10% increase to the amount of ash harvested from a successful Daisho battle. Secret stat 2, about 30% of Genesis Fae possess this stat, and its effect is that it applies a 7% increase in the amount of ash acquired when deconstructing a Daisho at RID. And Secret Stat 3, about 60% of Genesis Fae possess this stat. Applies a 5% increase to the amount of ash obtained when inspecting a tech heap while exploring. NFT Rarity. Cinder NFTs have 6 tiers of rarity. This rarity, as shown on Fractal.is, represents the scarcity of that specific NFT. Below are examples of actual NFTs by rarity. So there's common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and mythic. In addition, all of our Cinder NFT mint holders will receive creator tokens, giving the community the ability to create and mint their very own secondary characters, absent any fees and for profit. Our current avatar mint schedule for 2022 is as follows. The Genesis Fae mint was on February 16th, 2022. The Avatar Mint 2 on June of 2022, and the Avatar Mint 3 in September of 2022. Blockchain mechanics. Cinder is powered by the Solana blockchain. Through use of smart contract functionality, players will be able to purchase, sell, and exchange tokenized content on Cinder's marketplace. The Cinder team is hard at work defining our tokenomics, building out our plan for liquidity pools, and integrating additional wallet support. Solana and Phantom Wallet. Cinder currently supports Phantom Wallets as a means to access the game. Additional support for Soulflare Wallet, Solid.io, and Ledger are currently in development. Tokenized content. Tokenizing content will play a strong role in Cinder's gameplay loop, with user-generated creations and Daisho leading that charge. The create-to-earn model aims to provide players with 3 main avenues for earning on the Cinder marketplace. Cinder NFTs. Every Cinder avatar is an NFT that can be bought and sold on the blockchain. Daisho. Tokenizing Daisho will immortalize them on the blockchain. With a vast array of Daisho combinations, players will be able to showcase their own creativity through rich customization alongside their Daisho battle-hardened stats. Certain Daisho, their cores, and their associated parts will be extremely scarce, providing additional value. User-generated creations. The rollout of Cinder's creativity toolset will drive the development of player-created content inside Cinder. These tools will demystify the tokenization process, providing players with a space where they can innovate, generate, tokenize, and sell their creations. Game pillars. Cinder is built upon 4 gameplay pillars: collect, battle, create, and earn. Each individual pillar is grounded in a feature set that supports it. Collect. Collection is an integral part of the Cinder gameplay experience and is accomplished by way of exploration, training features, combat, rewards, and crafting. Whether you're looking to amass a collection of rare Daisho parts or aiming to build an unbeatable Daisho squad, the larger your collection, the higher your earning potential. Capture Daisho in the wild to add them to your collection. Train your Daisho to improve their combat readiness. Merge 2 Daisho into 1 to unlock improved combat stats. Battle. Daisho battles represent the core of Cinder's competitive gameplay and are the primary method for obtaining Ash. Once a player has captured a Daisho and brought it under their control, they take that Daisho into battle in an attempt to defeat their opponent. Ash is required to maintain Daisho, and with that in mind, participation in battle will yield Ash for both players, with the victor receiving the lion's share of the earnings. Combat will take place via Cinder's matchmaking system. During a battle, a Daisho's power core energy can be depleted. Once fully depleted, a Daisho's power core must be recharged before it can participate in additional battles. Power cores. A Daisho's power core defines its attack level, energy level, and special attack. Rare power cores provide additional stat buffs, but require more Ash to recharge. A power core can only be destroyed by deconstructing the entire Daisho at the reduction of irritants department. Daisho parts. Daisho parts are essential to combat success. Each contains a stat modifier or attack that is unique. Combining certain Daisho parts with specific power cores can yield special attacks or additional stat modifiers. Daisho squads. Building a well-rounded Daisho squad is essential to combat success. Certain Daisho will complement each other, offering additional benefits during combat. Daisho stats and abilities. Below is an example of the different stats and abilities that can be modified for each Daisho. This is by no means a comprehensive list, as certain Daisho, power cores, and parts will contain new buffs, attacks, and defensive abilities. It is worth noting that certain Daisho, power cores, and parts will be extremely scarce, with limited supply available in either the Cinder marketplace or through Cinder gameplay and events. The stats wheel is intentionally vague as it will vary greatly between Daisho, but some of these stats and abilities are attack class, mode of travel, last stand, defense, melee attacks, Daisho health, attack evasion, attack speed, energy level, and ranged attacks. Create. There will be several ways a player can create to earn within Cinder. Creator tokens, used by players to generate new avatar NFTs. Tokenized Daisho, battle-hardened nanobots that players have crafted, colored, and designed for the means of battling, selling, or leasing via a Daisho staking mechanic. Land ownership and housing. Plots will be auctioned off to players in late 2022, with houses providing additional storage for Daisho, rich customization features, and NFT galleries. Cinder Creativity Toolset. An integral piece of Cinder's create-to-earn economy will be its creativity toolset, a mechanism by which players will create completely original NFTs and content to be sold on Cinder's marketplace. Earn. There are several ways in which a player can obtain Ash or Ember through use of Cinder's play-to-earn mechanics. Ash is earned through exploration, gameplay, and Cinder events. Ember is awarded in events or purchased on the Cinder marketplace. Below are the primary methods for obtaining Ash within Cinder: exploring tech heaps, deconstructing Daisho, competing in Daisho battles, and winning a battle or combat event. Gameplay. The Trader's Port has become one of the final safe havens for the citizens of Cinder, with virtually all their economy and trade deploying from that land. Leaving the city means either traveling by sea or traversing territories that have long been devoid of anything but Daisho. That is, until now. With the rise in popularity of Daisho combat, the creatures of Cinder have become more brazen as they venture farther and farther into the void, a name locals have given to a series of lands that have been overrun with Daisho. Slowly and surely, they began retaking the lands that they once inhabited. Overworld. The Overworld of Cinder is represented by the Trader's Port, one of the only lands that creatures of Cinder still fully control. In this land, players will find shops, labs, and museums aimed at showcasing Cinder's history or providing much-needed resources to its residents. Other cities of Cinder, while still occupied, have not been accessible for ages, something the locals hope to change. Hunting Daisho. Exploring the landscape outside Trader's Port is not for the faint of heart. As the Daisho have continued to evolve, they have become increasingly difficult to capture. The Genesis Fae were the first to venture into the void, equipped with a new Daisho hacking protocol, a device that, when successfully deployed, grants access to the source code of a Daisho's power core. Not all Daisho have evolved equally, however, and many classifications have yet to be brought under the Fae's control. When encountering a Daisho, the Genesis Fae found themselves immediately engaged in conflict, the only choices being to engage in a PvE battle with the Daisho in an attempt to deploy the Daisho hacking protocol, or to flee as a means of protecting any ash the Fae may be carrying. If a creature successfully hacks into a Daisho, they unlock the potential for customizing their attributes, impacting their combat stats, and applying new parts that have been crafted from ash. Battling Daisho. Each Cinder creature must possess 3 Daisho in order to engage in combat in the Daisho combat arenas. These battles are turn-based PvP competitions where a player's Daisho are put to the test. As a means for deploying attacks, players will load executables or EXEs onto their Daisho. These are stored on disks called Daisho drives. Daisho combat classifications. The more locals researched Daisho, the more they understood about their individual evolution and power source. So far, of the Daisho that have been captured, 6 primary classes have been discovered: solar, magnetic, biomass, wind, hydroelectric, and geothermal. Each class of Daisho has its advantages and disadvantages in combat, and a poorly thought-out Daisho squad will inevitably fail in battle. Below is an example of how different Daisho will statistically compare. So I'll go over this chart in a little bit more detail, probably in a separate video, but here is just an overview if you guys want to check this out. Here you go, pause it if you want to look at that. The Cinder Marketplace. The Cinder Marketplace will act as our content hub. Here players can buy and sell content, purchase additional currency, and host their very own creations. The Cinder Marketplace is slated for release in the 4th quarter of 2022. Marketplace features: a place for players to buy and sell Cinder NFTs, the location where new Daisho will appear for purchase, a marketplace for user-generated content, one central marketplace for everything Cinder. More to come on the Cinder Marketplace in future white paper revisions. The long-term vision. As we move through 2022, we aim to put Cinder at the forefront of crypto gaming through project collaborations, expansions to the Cinder universe, and the Cinder's IDO. 2023 and beyond. As we look ahead to 2023, the Cinder team is carving out new pipelines for feature expansions, land additions, new Daisho cores and classes, enhanced battle mechanics, community governance features, more ways that player can create and sell on the Cinder Marketplace. Conclusion. Wow, you really made it this far? The Cinder team truly appreciates your interest in the project, and we couldn't be more excited for our upcoming 2022 and 2023 rollout. You really are at the end though. Below are just disclaimers, boring text, revisions, and links to resources that relate to the Cinder project. Disclaimer. This document is not meant to represent the final design or tokenomics for Cinder in their entirety. All information included in this white paper is aimed at providing additional clarity and a vision into the development, economics, and aspirations for the Cinder universe. The white paper may be revised, updated, and edited throughout this process, with revisions being tracked and categorized below. White paper revision history, current revision, date of last revision, and revision change list. So far, no revisions have been made. I will try to keep up with any future revisions and make a video reviewing each revision. No promises on that, but that is something that I would like to do if that is possible for me. Links and references, here's just Cinder.io, Twitter, Instagram, fractal.is, solana.com, soulscan.io, solanart.io, magiceden.io, phantom app, and soulflare.